My name is Alex. My team and I have spent over 2 years on the development of Dastal. In that time, we have gone through dozens of prototypes and hundreds of alpha versions. Today, we finally want to show you the game we built. Dastal is the world's first open-world battle arena. In the game, we've combined the best parts of a sandbox MMORPG and a fast-paced arena game. We are all MMO veterans, and we want to make our genre fun again for open PvP fans. No more grind, no more pay to win. Dastal is first and foremost designed to be compatible with the busy life of an adult gamer. Our game design for this rests on 3 pillars: meaningful conflict, skill-based combat, and constantly changing worlds. What does that mean in detail? Dave will explain it to you.
Dastal tells the story of a once prosperous civilization that has turned into a dictatorship, and the player's been exiled from their home into a harsh and dangerous valley. Over a few weeks, they need to grow strong enough to break free or perish at the hands of their captors. Everything that you do in Dastal will contribute to something bigger. Raiding a resource spawn in enemy territory will strengthen your economic position, whereas losing your own settlement will be a major setback. Meaningful conflict means that you'll fight on when faced with defeat rather than just typing good game and rejoining a matchmaking queue, because PvP gets really interesting when there's something significant to lose. Open PvP, full loot, and siege warfare do sound harsh at first, but keep in mind that all items in the game are player made and you will be able to replace things. Newer players are especially protected against losing their items as well. In the end, Dastal is a game that will leave you with dozens of stories to tell, like when you and your friend outplayed a group of merciless bandits, or when you and your clan defended your city walls for hours against siege, or when you snuck into a clan settlement and robbed them from right under their noses all by yourself.
Skill-based combat means that we want your actions to be the deciding factor in combat, not the gear you bring or your character's level. 3 things will make this possible. First, natural direct controls. You control your character's movement with the keyboard, and you aim your abilities with the mouse. All abilities are skill shots. No attack is guaranteed to ever hit an enemy. Second, friendly fire. Every spell you cast will affect both allies and enemies, so be very careful where you aim that fireball. Hit a stray target, and you might blow up your own party. Third, vision warfare and scouting. Stealth really matters in a game with limited line of sight. Always keep an eye open, because every patch of tall grass could hide an ambush, and every footstep you leave behind might lead an enemy to track you down.
Constantly changing worlds are about the feeling of being in a new place and knowing that you've got a lot to learn, and so does everyone else around you. So we really want people to feel like they have a lot to explore and interesting game mechanics to play around with all the time. So Dastal has been designed to support hundreds of worlds at the same time, and each of those worlds is unique in rule set and geography. When you first start in a game world, you'll know nothing about it. Each world is randomly generated, so you'll need to explore, find out about its dangers, and find a good place to settle down. So we're not stopping at geography, we do allow for a diverse set of game rules. So if people want to play on a server where there's no mages and archery is very powerful, we can have that. If people want to play on a permadeath server where there's a constant sandstorm across the landscape, that's all possible. People just have to decide what rules they want on their server and we can make it happen.
So I started designing this tile about 6 years ago. Over the last 2 years, 15 amazing people have worked on the game, and this is starting to show. We have a rock-solid game server that supports hundreds of players. The game world and characters look awesome, and most importantly, PvP is a lot of fun.
But we are far from finished. In the end, it's an MMORPG that we are making. So for that, we do need new characters, we need more interesting abilities and equipment for players to use, and we need exciting game worlds where people can explore and find unique locations and build their settlements. So to bring all that together, we need our artists to sit down and focus on creating assets. So for that reason, all of the funds from this Kickstarter will be going directly into our artists' pockets.
And you're not alone in funding the game. With your Kickstarter contribution, you prove to our existing investors that Dastal is both an awesome game and a viable business venture. They will match your funds and we will have the full budget needed to get the game released. So, from one PvP fan to another, please back this Kickstarter campaign, help us make the game we all want to play. A game full of meaningful conflict, skill-based combat, and constantly changing world. Thank you.